Okay, whenever you're ready.
Have you ever seen a pale freckled redhead kid and thought to yourself, what a ginger? Well, not only is this mean, but it's also very racist. Today, I will talk to you about the very rare ginger race and how they are categorized as a people. After being alive for 19 years of being a natural redhead, and 3 of my cousins and my sister all being gingers, I'm pretty credible to speak about this. Today we'll talk about the characteristics of a ginger, some common misconceptions, and the science behind them. First, to start off some characteristics. There's 2 types of ginger girls. There's either the ugly ones with the light red hair and freckles and they're really pale, or there's the hot, darker colored ones. They're easy to pick out. They either have, their hair can range from red, orange, or an auburn type hair. They usually have freckles and are probably pretty pale. Fun fact of the day, Roach in her book says that Adam coming from red earth and the Hebrew word for red being Adam could specify that maybe Adam was a redhead as well. They typically have hazel or brown eyes, and that just goes along with because of the chromosomes and stuff that makes red hair and all the other things. Next, let's talk about some common fallacies of redheads. According to Eric Cartman from South Park, Colorado, they are very nasty and are soulless and actually soul-thieving creatures. They usually don't tan very well, and the whole that redheads will be extinct in the year 2060, according to National Geographic. Now, just for the fact that if I lived to be then, that would obviously disprove that theory, or any kids I would have. But also, Rosenberg, in her article in the Smithsonian, says that this the research behind that was funded by Procter & Gamble, which is actually a hair dye manufacturer, and they're the ones who made up this theory, I guess, to try and sell more red hair dye that people would think they'd go extinct and they could be, I guess, cool or something. And that they get mad very easily. Now, this is true for me, but not as a whole, in that they're hot-tempered, but that's just how I am. Lastly, we'll go over the science of gingers. The ginger species came about over 100,000 years ago from a mutation. This mutation was caused from 2 recessive alleles on chromosome 16. Sheik on Montgomery College says that red hair produces high amounts of pheomelanin and little eumelanin pigments. Only about 2% of the world population is natural red hair. The MCR1 protein is the mutated protein that causes all these symptoms of being a redhead, which includes the freckles, pale skin, and red hair. Now, the MCR1 protein is actually in 80% of all redheads that have fair skin. And they are, as said by Valverde in Nature Genetics. Now, we're going to take a little time out to look over this. This is actually my little sister, who's clearly a ginger. Now, as we can see, she has fiery red hair and freckles upon her pasty skin. Now, this has not been photoshopped. This is her actual natural skin color, therefore proving that gingers have fair skin. And this is actually a diagram of the world population of hair color. 50% of the world population is natural blackheaded. Then we go to 47 for brown, and 2% is blonde, and of course we have the little 1 to 2% of redhead, therefore being rare and quite the people. If you can call them that, I guess. Today we've gone over the science of the ginger, some myths and common things about them, and the science behind them being pretty much mutants. We are a rare species, and I am actually proud to be one in the 1 to 2%. And the next time you see a little red-haired kid, you can go ahead and call him the dirty soulless ginger for me, because it won't hurt my feelings.